What's cracking?
What's good? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
You know, just yeah, yeah,
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's like it's a weird loaded question to ask people, but it's so ingrained in our. But I do, we do want to know how people are doing. But it's just a fucking crazy time. That's just what it is. It's just a crazy time.
Right. It's kind of a hard question to answer. You're just kind of like, probably the same as you, bro.
Yeah, like existential dread aside, like great, but
Right.
it's kind
I'm
of a hard
living.
thing to dismiss. But what have you been like? How have you been staying sane? Like, this is a great, like, 2021 is already trying to upstage its older brother and trying to act reckless here. Like, so, but
Really.
what has your life been like the last, we'll say, 9 months? Like, how has your perspective changed? What's been going on in the world of Gifted Gab?
Well, first things first, is this a drug-free podcast?
This wall behind me is actually made of weed. So
Say less.
it's totally fine. Say less.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be respectful of people's stuff nowadays, especially, I know people be trying to get ads and shit like that. So, right. But since it's cool, I'm going to definitely light up. But
Do it.
Man, what have I been doing to stay busy during the pandemic? Well, Blimes and I, my rap partner, I think she actually in here. I think she said something about cap. I don't know what the fuck I capped about, but
yeah, I'm not sure. She's gonna keep us honest with her cap.
Please, because she knows. Shit, working on music with her. We shot quite a few music videos. Content for myself. I'm working on a solo project again. Seeing the couple of family and friends that I can, it kind of I go back to Seattle pretty often, but I haven't even like hugged my auntie in like literally since March. Like, I'll go over there and we'll talk through the screen door, and I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah,
like, this is hella weird. One time I had to use the bathroom and she was just like, I'm like, damn, I can't even cut. Nope. Like, okay, fair enough.
Wow.
Fair enough.
So what'd you do? Bush life, or did you just have to drive back?
I just drove to a different location.
Okay.
But auntie ain't fucking with it.
Listen, we get into the serious questions here on this show. We will ask you where you went to the bathroom if your auntie, denied you. But let's just get it set and clear here.
These are the questions people want to know.
You already know what it is. But yeah, you guys did just drop a music video. I want to say in the last week. Am I tripping? Did you drop a new video?
Yeah, Baptism. Probably one of our the fan favorites from the album. It's definitely my favorite track off of the album. That I love the music video because it's like so fucking over the top. Like, it's hella over the top and I just love it. Like, when we got the video back first, it was cool. And then we're like, yeah, we need to jazz this shit up and like add some special effects. And when he sent it back, I remember just like laughing through the whole thing. Like, this is like, what the fuck? This is hella extra, but yes. Yeah.
So, we all need that.
My favorite music video to date, for sure.
Yeah. Well, make sure you guys check that out. And, obviously we have a lot of fans of yours as well joining us tonight. If you have questions for Gifted Gab, drop them in that little questions box, bucket, whatever you want to call it. If we have some time at the end of the show.
There's a question box?
There's a question box. There's a little,
That's cute.
It's not proprietary. Like, we didn't invent it. It's an Instagram thing. There's a little question. Like,
I was about to say, damn, y'all doing the stuff, huh?
Yeah, we're really trying to, take over for the 99 and the 2000. You know what it is. But this is a hip hop trivia game show as well. So I think we should get into some hip hop trivia. Now, I will tell you, Gifted Gab, we have two schools of thought. You are our guest in episode 85. So we've been doing this for a minute now.
Yeah.
We have some guests who totally say fuck the chat. If I'm doing this game solo dolo, like, if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna guess. And then we have others who are like, well, maybe the chat will be my phone a friend type situation. We accept both schools of thought. I just want you to know that you have the option. It is there.
Good to know. Good to know.
All right, so you ready to do this?
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. We got Gifted Gab on the questions, episode 85. We're going to get into our first round. The first round is called The Choice is Yours. This is our general multiple choice round. Let's get into it. First question. This rapper was the only featured MC on Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die? Was it Jay-Z, Too
It's
Short,
D.
Lil Cease,
It's
or
D. It's fucking
let's
D.
hear the answer.
I be damned if you think you shit. Put the summon on the lyrics of a harmony grip. It's the Merkiller dead chat. I saw the jet black ninja. Coming for
Ninja.
you, rest that surrender. Like, what? Of course.
Our good buddy Method Man, who we've all sort of, you know, I alluded to it a little bit how I met you and Blimes originally, but you guys have gotten the official cosign from Method Man as well, right? Like you know, he's a fan. He's a fan of the work.
Yeah, he was originally that was how he was a fan of Blimes originally through her battle rap.
Yep.
That's how she got on Drop the Mic. He was like, I need her on here. I fucks with her hella tough. They linked up. They ended up doing the song together, Hot Damn, and doing the video. And then, you know, when we were working on our album and becoming a group, we were like, we should do like a remix. And I'm just like, yeah, totally, for sure. Like, you should ask Matt if he's cool with that. And she did. And he was like, definitely. Like, I fuck with Gab for sure. And I'm like, psh, yep. So
yeah.
He's the best. He's like literally, like, it's crazy because if you know me, you know, like, Method Man is like one of my favorite people of all time. Like, aside from just rapper, like, just people.
Right.
And for him to just be like literally like a friend, you know what I'm saying? And like just regular and down to earth, like to the point when I text him, he doesn't text things back. He sends video messages back of what he says. And one time he literally like responded, he was on the toilet. He was like, yep, and I'm taking a shit. And I'm like, this is crazy as fuck.
yeah. When the heroes and the idols, you get like so casual with them. It's amazing. Yeah.
It is.
Well, we definitely had to. Okay, Blimes is pointing out that it looks like you're bouncing on a yoga ball. Can you confirm or deny?
I'm not. I'm sitting on my bed, but I'm like an over the top laugher. So sometimes when I laugh, I'll just like it just I be in the moment. So thanks, Blimes. Damn, you just be
Blimes
pointing out.
Blimes, if you have further questions, please drop them in the question box. We have to keep a little bit of order here. We can't just all be shouting out, you know, raising our hands and shouting things out in the middle of the game. We'll get to it. We'll talk about all of it.
Indeed.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. Question number 2. This artist's Dialed Up series features music that was made completely on an iPhone. Is it Evidence, Bahamadia, MC Paul Barman, or Exhibit? Who made the Dialed Up series where they made their music completely on an iPhone?
I want to say Bahamadia.
Okay.
I'm only saying that because I distinctly remember her doing some like live recordings of like recording songs. I think it was in her car or something. I want to say B. I feel like it could possibly be Evidence, but I want to say B.
All right, so she broke down her
I'm going with
deductive
B.
reasoning. Yeah, she's going with B. Let's hear the answer.
Sometimes the shit just ain't that deep, you know what I'm saying?
Bahamadia, yeah.
I be knowing.
You nailed it. Great job. Bahamadia, former guest on our show. She's a fan and a friend of the show, and we fuck with her. And you guys, Blimes and Gab, also worked with her as well on your project, right?
Right. I was about to say also a friend.
Yeah.
Crazy of fuck enough.
Yeah. You know, I feel like, and I'm sure you guys deal with this a lot, and I'm not going to ask you a million questions where it's like, what is it like to be a woman who's a rapper? Like, all right, enough of that. But like, it must be cool to unite and sort of build and sort of contribute to work together with some of these women who have made such huge contributions. And Bahamadia is, you know, she may not necessarily have the hits that like a Lil Kim or a Foxy Brown has if we're pulling from MCs of that era, but her influence and her, you know, talent that she brings to the table is ridiculous. So like, how did you guys link up, and you know, what was it like working on the song with her?
You know, now that you said that, was literally sitting here trying to think, maybe if Blimes is still here, maybe she remembers specifically.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe, I think I'd followed her like a long time ago on Twitter, and I think I'd like added her. She followed me back. You might have like said a few words to each other off some cool shit. And then I think when we put out Come Correct, I think she had like reached out to me again, was like, yo, I seen your shit. you guys are hella tight. And I think just from there, you know, built a relationship between her, myself, and Blinds. And then when we recorded the My Way off the Talk About It album, another incident that was just so fucking regular. Like, she was in town. She was like, might as well record this verse while I'm here. So we picked her up from her hotel, went to the homie studio, which was like not no like state of the art studio or nothing. Like, it's a great fucking studio, and it's honestly one of my favorite places to record just because it's like so, you know, chill. Yeah. But like, took her there, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't smoking at all, but thankfully she let me smoke as much as I could around her.
Yeah.
Recorded the song, knocked this shit out, and then like went and got tacos afterward and dropped her back off. Just on some like regular ass shit. And like, even in the car way there, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know Bahamadia or talk to her, she's so down to earth, but she's also like mad profound. So she was saying some shit where I'm just like, I needed to hear this, and it's crazy that I'm hearing it from you, because I'm when it comes to music, I'm like really big on tones, and I really like deep tones.
And she's the queen of that. She's the queen.
Her voice has always been like stuck with me. Like, even before I actually knew who she was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just would always hear her music as a kid and just be like, I fuck with it hell until I don't know who this woman is, but just the tone of her voice just is like, you know, speaks to me.
Yeah, it's crazy because with MCs, it's like normally we associate it so much with like loud, commanding voices to grab our attention. She is the opposite of loud, but when you first hear her rap, it's like everything else like stops, and you're like, yo, I need to focus just on this. She has such a commanding voice in its own way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Someone said her voice is relaxing. Like, that's the best way I could put it. Like, hella relaxing. Like, she could just talk all day, and she really talks like that too. So it's like even better. She
doesn't have a rap voice and like a talking voice. Like, she is her voice is one and the same. So yeah, it's crazy. She's so super talented, and so, you know, cool that you guys got to work with her. That's great.
Love her to death. Love
to Bahamadia. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. I promise these aren't all just questions about people you guys have worked with, but you know, we have to start it off.
Another friend. Like, I don't know.
Come on. In addition to being a member of hip hop duo Run the Jewels, Killer Mike also owns and operates a series of what? Is it weed dispensaries, bakeries, barber shops, or clothing stores?
It's C. He has the barbershop right on Edgewood in Atlanta. It's called like Swag. What is it?
Swag Shop.
Yeah, Swag Shop.
Yep. Exactly. He's you know, entrepreneur, and you know, you're a bit of an entrepreneur as well. If anybody follows you on the Twitter and on the Instagram, you stay busy. I don't know how much I can actually say, you know, but like, holler at your girl, you know? Like,
really, I appreciate your discretion, because I too was like, damn, how do we talk about this really? But
yeah,
you know, edibles, if you like edibles, holla at me. I'll just say that. If you like to get high, weed high, let's be specific, holla at me. You feel
wow,
me?
I like how you said, you know, how are we going to talk about this and be subtle, and then you absolutely just labeled it exactly.
I literally just said it.
Yeah. Right. Hey, you did it, not me. I just was learning. I gave you a backdoor out. You walked right in.
It's fine. All 29 of y'all, get at me.
No, we do crazy numbers on the replay, Blime. Blime says be specific. Yeah, Blime's is doing like the color commentary on this show tonight. I love it. Like, I thought about trying to have you guys both on at the same time, but I feel like it would be better like to have you guys separate. But I appreciate that she's in the chat, you know, just
off top, because when she's on, I'm gonna be in the comments talking shit too. So that's just the vibe.
It's only right. Maybe, you know, eventually we'll pitch you guys against each other and go like head for head. Who's the hip hop trivia champion? Yeah, you never know.
What do you say, Blimes?
What do you say, Blimesy? All right, here we go. Final question in this round. Producer Jake One has collaborated on full projects with all of these artists except for one of them. Is it Brother Ali, Freeway, Lloyd Banks, or Mayor Hawthorne? Who has Jake One not produced a full album for?
Okay, this is tough. Jake, another friend.
Yep. From Seattle.
I would say from back at the crib.
Yep.
I know for sure he's collaborated with Brother Ali. He's like constantly always in Seattle. I know he's collaborated with Freeway. Clearly Mayor Hawthorne.
Okay.
But I know but I feel like he's produced or he's produced. Okay, wait, no, they're not saying produced, collaborated. So
Like
just
full albums.
okay,
full
got
albums.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're high right now. We're just reading it over. Oh, full project.
Full project, full album. Chat, help her out. Or you know, I always like to say, just go with your gut on these. You know, like whatever you think the answer is.
I want to say, I'm just gonna say Lloyd Banks. I'm gonna say Lloyd Banks as a guest.
She's saying Lloyd Banks. So let's go through it. Obviously, he did the Freeway album. Was a huge one. That was like on Rhymesayers back in the, I want to say like 2010 maybe or something.
What was the name of that one again?
It was called the Stimulus Package, and it was a wallet.
Right.
Like
yep.
Craziest packaging you've ever seen. If you guys like, I think there's an unboxing of it on YouTube where the whole album was a wallet, and like the disc was in the middle, and the lyrics were on like liner notes that were dollar bills. It's crazy. I have it, but it'll take me too long to find it. Brother Ali, he did the Morning in America, Dreaming in Color album with Brother Ali. Mayor Hawthorne is Tuxedo. That's their little side project. So you are correct. Lloyd Banks is the correct answer.
But he has produced for Lloyd, hasn't he?
He has, but not a full album.
Not a full, okay.
Not a full album. So you mentioned hometown, Seattle, you know, crib. What is the Seattle hip hop scene like for those who don't know? Because there's definitely been some people who have emerged from it, but it's not like the top 5 cities that you think about when people instantly think of like hip hop scenes.
Fuck no. Honestly, I would say within the last 5 years, it's like now people like being from Seattle. It never made sense to me hearing people that would move to Seattle to like do music. I'd be like, for what? Like, why? So that was like telling that, okay, there's clearly like a scene here because people are coming from places that have the infrastructure like at LA or New York or Atlanta to move to Seattle. And it's like, why the fuck would you do that? But like I said, it's telling to the scene that's been built. I mean, man, Seattle's just like a melting pot of just arts anyway. Like it's a hella artsy city, like from, you know what I'm saying, dancing to like painting, sculptures, like Chihuly, fucking Alvin Ailey, like there's it's hella artistic. But you know, and I think most people would think just like Sir Mix-a-Lot, you know what I'm saying, and maybe if you know like Jake Ones and stuff like that. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying, not too many people until, you know, Macklemore, you know, came along. And even then, Macklemore's been doing his thing for like hella fucking long. Like I would even say that like Blue Scholars was more popping at one time.
Blue Scholars, wow, I haven't heard that name in like a minute, but yeah,
right?
They were Seattle. That's crazy. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So there's like hella, man, like it's one thing I know everybody from the scene, but like not when I sit here to like think about it, I'm like drawing a blank. But like mad people have came out of Seattle, and I will say just being in like, you know, being in the industry and going to more meetings and meeting places and stuff like that, being from Seattle has honestly got me opportunities just off of the strength of that. Like,
oh wow,
it's really crazy. Like when they say that like or maybe it's just a Seattle saying, but people be like, you know, everybody knows like someone from Seattle, and I'm like, well, I didn't really know because I, you know, was in Seattle. But then, you know, now that I'm out here in LA doing my thing, yeah, everybody fucking knows somebody from Seattle, and it's always like a good thing for me. So they're like, oh, you're from Seattle, you know, and then naturally we know the same people because the scene is not that fucking big, and everybody's friends, you know what I'm saying, with everybody. So it's dope, and I'm definitely like proud and happy to be, you know, listed among the people that have like bring the scene, you know what I'm saying, about. And I will say, I mean, fucking COVID, but before that, like Seattle has like one of the greatest like live music scenes, like shows every fucking night, multiple shows that, you know what I'm saying, like at some of the greatest venues, you know, Numos, Showbox, Neptune, like all the shit. Like Seattle's hella dope, and hopefully Earth opens back up again so I can get back on stage and then other people can come to Seattle and see what it's like, because it's pretty lit.
Shout out to the Earth opening back up 2021, maybe, fingers crossed.
Jenkins Park.
Yep. All right, we're gonna move on to our next round. We got Gifted Gab in the house, and our second round is called Picasso, baby.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. So in this round, I'm going to show you a small piece of an album cover, and you have to identify what the album is by the little snippet of it that you see. So we tested your general knowledge. Now we're testing your eyes. So here we go. First question in this round. What album is this? Is it Recognized, War Within, Atmosphere, God Loves Ugly, LL Cool J, Goat, or Cunning Linguist? Who
else is soul patch would that be but Atmospheres?
God loves ugly.
Fucking
She
Slug.
is correct.
Fucking Slug.
Fucking Slug. Slug wants to come on this show. I had Slug on my podcast, and I told him about this, and he was like, "Can I play?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like
what the fuck? He would kill it. This would be like way too easy for him, actually.
Yeah. You were featured actually on Atmospheres, not their last one, but the one before, because they've been putting out a lot of albums recently.
Yeah.
But, you were featured on the Whenever album, right? And that was like a pretty big look, because that was you on the track with, Merce and who's the other artist? It was Half Dozen. Yeah.
Actually, funny story how we even like became friends. Another friend, like I feel like you're clearly doing this on purpose.
Whatever do you mean?
But fucking it was sometime last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? It was like recently, but it was some writer at Ambrosia for Heads had made like a slick comment about me on Twitter, just like for no reason. And I responded to them, and then like they got, what I'm saying? Like it was like this weird energy where I'm like, why the fuck are you so mad at me off of my name? They were just basically like, oh, every time I see Gifted Gab's name, I get, disappointed because I think it's Gifted Gab or something. Like, what the fuck? First of all, like you clearly just said the different, like it's a clearly distinct difference just right there. But you know what I'm saying? I was just off some like, let me just like spit some bars about this, and literally like just wrote this like quick type of freestyle down and spit it, and like it got hella shares, and it was just this whole fucking thing, which was weird because Ambrosia for Heads like just they've like supported me for hella, so it was just weird that this one writer from there was like being a hater, like even to the point like fucking the head of Ambrosia for Heads actually like reached out to me and like apologized, was like, we don't like what she said does not reflect how we feel about you, like we clearly been fucking with you. Right, hella dumb. She looked hella fucking dumb. It was so good. Like it was the best reaction I could have got out of her. But yeah, he Slug ended up like seeing it and DM me, was like, yo, that was hella dope, like like you flamed her. And he was like, man, I have this beat I want you to get on. Would you, like to get on a song with me? And I'm just like, what? Like, fuck yeah, bro. What the fuck? So yeah, that's literally how it came about. And another one, he's just cool as hell. Like such a uncle, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. He really lives in the uncle space now. Like, especially he's just got the uncle dad vibes, it's he's great. Absolutely. You brought it up, and that's something that, like, I feel like you must get a lot. Have you ever actually had contact with Gifted Gab, or has that, like, is that just a thing that it's more like the fans are like sort of, propagating as an issue? Because let me just say, if we can let ASAP Rocky live, and we can let SZA live, and those are far even like more, like close to the first names. I think, and I think I can speak for hip hop in general here. I'm going out on a limb. I think that we can let Gifted Gab live. So like, let me just state our stance on this here. But like, what is the response to that? Like, where do you stand on that?
So I'll say this: that shit used to bother the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? Especially so like the origin of my name has like had many like I've had my Diddy moments. You know what I'm saying? Where when I first started, I would say around like 2011. The name was kind of just given to me. I can't even say if like one person said, called me Gifted Gab, but I would rap and people would be like, you have the Gifted Gab, like, and your name is Gab, like you should go with that. Right. So I kind of just like loosely rocked with that, you know what I'm saying? Until, people were like, no, there actually is like a Gifted Gab. And I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, okay, we can't do that then. So then it was like Gifted Gab, with like UH as, rock with that for a minute. Again, it was still in the beginning. It was still in the beginning time. So you know those hardcore hip hop heads, just like they don't give you no leeway. You know what I'm saying? So they were on my fucking helmet.
Damn,
so then I was
son.
like, I decided to change it again, but like kind of off some rebellious shit where I'm like, I'm still gonna keep it just off the strength of like, bro, my name is Gabrielle. Like it makes perfect fucking sense. I understand that there's somebody else, you know, with the name, but you know, okay, I'll change it to Gifted Gab, because if you say it fast enough, it sounds like Gifted Gab, Gifted Gab, like it's pretty much all the same thing. Now there's two different words.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got Gifted and Gab. To the naked eye, just off top, you should be able to just tell the difference. Still, you know what I'm saying, some people was feeling some type of way. However, during this whole thing, Gift of Gab, again, has collaborated with a lot of Seattle people, especially like Jake Ones and Vitamin D and shit. He very much knows who I am. The camp knows who I am. He likes my music. Has no problem with it. So from the very beginning, the actual Gift of Gab has no problem with it. So then after a while, I just started not giving a fuck what everybody else was saying, because I'm like, bro, you guys are like going hard for this nigga and he don't even care. Like he's hella cool with it, to the point where he actually, which is crazy to bring this all full circle, he actually reached out to Slug and wanted to get in contact with me to talk. However, that was during the time, I guess he was going through some health issues, and we ended up not, you know, being able to actually get on the phone together. But yeah, it's all the way love, like between the both of, there has never been no beef there. So for, you know what I'm saying, again, for those super hip hop heads that are still like feel some type of way, it's just like, suck a dick, bro. Like what do you want? What more do you want? And nowadays I kind of just just go more by Gab or G anyway, because I hate having to like fix the pronunciation, because my name is Gabrielle, which is like kind of not like a crazy exotic name. However, my whole life I'm always repeating myself. People be like, Gabrielle, get like, bro, do I look like a boy? That's like the male version of Gabrielle. Or if I'm over the phone, I have to constantly say it. Or, you know what I'm saying, if I say Gab, people will be like, Deb? No. Or God, or they'll say something that's like, I clearly didn't say, like Gad? No, well, I did not say my name is fucking Gad. So now I'm just like, bro, just call me G. Like, how you fuck up G? Call me Gab or G.
The thing is, and I think that it's fair to point this out, just to be fair, a lot of people are very stupid. So, you know, you just have to keep that in mind. A lot of people are a little stupid. So, you know, sometimes that happens.
Just like this guy right here. He says he's way more famous. She could have came up with a different Gab-based name. It's all good, though. But my name is literally Gab. My name is Gabrielle.
We're not going to dwell on it. I wanted to give you a platform to address it, because I've always thought it was ridiculous. And, you know, I just wanted you to be able to talk your shit. So we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, of course.
So now motherfuckers know. So if actual Gifted Gab, and what's his name? What's his actual name? It starts with a T. I can't even remember. But if he doesn't have a fucking problem with it, then why do you?
Yep, there it is.
Get over it.
Say less. Say less. All right. Question number 2. What album cover is this? Is it Snoop Doggy Dogg's Doggy Style? Redman, Dr. Name 2000, Outside is The Bricks, or Joel Ortiz, The Brick Bodega Chronicles?
Definitely Doggy Style.
Definitely Doggy Style.
We'd like to welcome y'all to the fabulous Carolina West. I own it, motherfucker.
Any cool Snoop Dogg stories? I feel like everybody's got one.
Yeah, actually. I do have a cool Snoop Dogg story. I was working at this dispensary. I was trimming. I was doing the trimming and the packaging and stuff. And he was doing like an in-store thing, and he came back, you know what I'm saying, and like kicked it with us. And I want to say, no, it was me. It was Takia, my homegirl Takia, and me. We were the only, I think we might have been the only black people that worked there. And we were the 2 black girls. And so when he came in, it was just lit off top. You know what I'm saying? So we were kicking it, took pictures. I had my lab coat on. Like it was a good old time. And I think I met him again when Jarv opened for him at the WAMU Theater in, man, I can't even remember what year this was. Oh man, this was at least like 5+ years ago. But yeah, Snoop, I feel like is what, everybody does have a Snoop story, or it's like met him in some capacity. Like he's so chill.
Yeah. I mean, I was
He
shocked.
just be high as
shocked
hell.
that you had a weed-related Snoop story because you don't hear a lot of weed-related.
Oh
Snoop
shit!
stories.
Blind just reminded me of a hilarious one. It's actually kind of clowning, but fuck it, I'm gonna tell it because I would tell it to Snoop too. Like you was wrong for that, but it was Snoop did an after party when he does what's his DJ moniker?
Snoopadelic.
Snoopadelic. He did this after party at this comedy club that used to be in downtown Seattle, and you know what I'm saying, naturally got there dumb late. He didn't get there till like 1, 2 in the fucking morning. Gets there, sits down, has his computer, and he's just playing songs. And like, I'm like, okay, so he's just pressing iTunes. Like there was no blends, no transitions. My nigga was sitting there. Furthermore, he had like glasses on, and I'm like, he was looking like weekend at Bernie's. Like he was just standing still, and then like, you know, you'd be dancing to the song, and he'd play the next one, and you're like, what the fuck is happening right now? It was like the most ridiculous shit I ever seen, but I stuck around because it was Snoop, and I was just cracking up because I'm like,
Yeah.
this nigga don't give a fuck. Like he's like, contractually I have to be here. I'm not finna bring no fucking turntables. I'm finna play what's in my iTunes, and then I'm gonna be up out of here. I was like, damn, I kind of respect that, but
much respect to Snoop, but he hasn't built his reputation on being a DJ. You know, and I think there's probably a very high barometer that Snoop Dogg has for performances. If you've ever seen Snoop perform, he kills it live. I don't think there's the same barometer when you get Snoopadelic. You were probably a little short on money, but you still wanted that Snoop, so bring him in. And,
I
go through his Spotify.
The fuck out of it. It was just fucking hysterical that he was just so cool about it.
Yeah,
just not dope. Even care.
All right, we're gonna move on to the third and final question in our second round. What album is this? Is it Space Jam soundtrack, Leaders of the New School, Time, Lords of the Underground, Keepers of the Funk, or is it Onyx, Back the Fuck Up?
This is definitely C, right?
Definitely C, right. You sounded confident, and then you backtracked a little bit. But
You're right. No, it's C.
She's going with C, and she is absolutely correct.
Again, another friend. Mr. Funky is like a hella good friend of mine.
No way.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Mr. Funky on the show next month, actually, and we've had Lord
Really?
Jazz on the show as well. So we're collecting them all. We're on our Lords of the Underground badge. We were gonna have like two, like, you know, like at Pizza Hut, like when you were a kid and you used to like read a book and you got the book sticker.
Yes.
It's exactly like that. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm literally on what was it? The last mixtape he put out. I can't even remember. It's like I think it's like in French, or not the songs, but like the title is in French. But yeah, I'm on a song with him called Olé.
Amazing. I didn't even know that. That was literally just some stars aligning right there.
Bro, like it's so great. Like I didn't even realize that how many people I'd be knowing until he did this. And I'm like, bro, you're clearly doing this shit on purpose, but appreciate it for the flex. I do know a lot of old heads.
Well, I mean, I can't take full credit, but I'd say most credit because I didn't know that you had a Lords of the Underground connect. So you're just that good. That's what we'll say.
Hey, you know.
If you know, you know.
All right, we're gonna move on to our third round. Our third round is called Digging in the Crate.
Yep.
So this is our sample round. So I'm gonna ask you a question and play you a sample, and you have to answer about the sample that you hear. So,
right.
Let's get into it. This Outkast song is a sample / interpolation of Policewoman by Henry Mancini. So I'm gonna play you the Henry Mancini song. You tell me what Outkast song samples it. Is it AT Aliens, You It on the Barbie, Miss Jackson, or Bombs Over Baghdad? I can play it again if you need to hear it again.
One more time.
One more time. Snoopadelic replay. What are your thoughts right now? Tell me what's going through your head.
I don't even want to look at. I feel like I don't even want to look at the comments.
Wow. Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm low key drawing a blank on this one. I'm gonna just take a guess and say A, but yeah, I'm just guessing.
You're on A. ATLiens.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hear the actual sample or the song that sampled it. So we
Okay,
went from.
clearly I got it wrong.
Do it on the bar.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm hella dumb. Yep, it was.
Listen, not everybody. I'm going to let you know at the end of this where you lined up score-wise. You're doing very well right now, so don't.
Yeah, this is my first loss. I'm actually upset about it.
I mean, we're not going to dwell on it. We're going to keep it moving. Next question.
Okay.
Ahmad Jamal's "Don't Ask My Neighbors" was sampled by this artist on his 2009 album. So I will play you the Ahmad Jamal. You tell me who sampled this. Was it MF Doom, Rick Ross, AZ, or Nori? Here we go. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, this could hella be some MF Doom shit, but also it sound like some Rick Ross fucking what's the producer? What are they called again?
Justice League, maybe?
Yeah, it sound like some I'm gonna go with B. That hella sound like some Justice League shit.
All right, let's see if she's right, folks.
Hell yeah.
Rick Ross just like he has, you know, like certain people have a type, like the type that they date. Like Rick Ross has a type of beat. Like you just hear it.
Yeah.
Like, he likes very like
if it's got strings, that's a Ross beat. It's strings off top, strings and orchestra, all the shit. Yeah.
He loves it.
Justice League production.
Absolutely. Yep. A lot of people were saying, yeah, even if you didn't know that one, like, because I don't think that was a single either, but it has like a Ross, a rose feel, if you will.
Right. For sure.
All right, final question in this round. Here we go. Valerie Simpson's "Silly Wasn't I" was sampled on a Merce song that features this guest rapper. So I will play you the song. You tell me. So you got to think about what Merce song sampled this and who the rapper was.
Bro, Merce has too many fucking songs, bro.
This is true. This is true. All right, but we're still going to get into it. Here we go.
What you said is true. It didn't occur to me. It was a lie. Ha ha ha. Silly wasn't I?
See, now I'm just thinking who I want to get off on this, and I want. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me think. I know it's not Corrupt.
Okay.
I know it's not Rhapsody, although I want it to be. So it's between Big Pooh. I'm gonna go with C. I don't think it's Big Pooh.
You told all your friends about the time we used to free, and now I'm about to run it all to watch your crew. Yo, I knew this silly chick was
Hey!
Just
Indeed.
Merce does have a lot of songs, and he has collaborated with everybody.
Everybody.
But you've also collaborated with him too, so you're kind of part of the problem here, if we're being real. So.
And Merce is a good friend.
Merce is an amazing friend. Merce was our. I mean, we have numerous ties to Merce with everybody who's involved with the questions, but he was one of our first guests on this show when we started doing it in quarantine as well, and he's just the best. Love
Naturally,
Merce.
I should have texted him because I'm sure he would have hopped in here talking major shit.
Yes, but I don't know if this hour works for him because I don't know if you probably know this.
Oh
About
yeah,
Merce.
he'd be on Twitch.
He's either on Twitch or he's raising like screaming children in the background on his Twitch, or both.
Always.
So shouts to Merce. We love him.
Yes.
Gifted Gab, we have now reached our final round, and the final round is called Time's Up. So this is our speed round. So you've done very well so far. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to have 90 seconds to answer 5 questions in the category of your choosing. And here are your categories for the night: Secure the Bag, Health is Wealth, or Modern Hip Hop Protest Songs. So you pick the category and you will have 90 seconds to answer 5 questions in the category. They are not multiple choice. I will also let you know that.
Oh, we're going with Secure the Bag off top.
She's going with Secure the Bag. All right, so let me go over the rules here right quick. 90 seconds. They are not multiple choice. If you don't know the answer, you can say pass and we can come back to it. But if you answer it incorrectly, that question is done. So you gotta choose your words carefully here.
Okay.
I have OC's Time's Up here, and it is time to 90
Wait, you
seconds.
said I can't say what?
If you answer incorrectly, you only get one shot.
Oh,
it's like the Eminem spaghetti song. Like, you know, you only get one shot.
You're not
out of the round. It's just that question is burnt. You know, so so I have OC's Time's Up here, and it is time to 90 seconds. So when we stop hearing OC, your time will be up. So you're going with Secure the Bag. Let me make sure that I have it here. All right. Gifted Gab. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. And remember, the chat can help you as well. I know you blocked them earlier, but it's never too late to turn back.
Okay. I've been trying to look you in the eyes or like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's nice, but it's
or
not
I
required.
think I'm looking you in the eyes from how
yeah, I never know if I should look at the camera or
at
the person.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Instagram's the worst. Okay. 90 seconds on the clock. Secure the Bag. Here we go.
All right.
The remix to Erykah Badu's Bag Lady samples a beat by this rapper producer.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, we'll get back to it. Okay, this group's lead single from their 2004 album was called Shopping Bags.
Fuck. I don't fucking know.
All right, we'll get back to it. We'll pass. Okay, on this Ludacris single, the rapper answers a lot of nosy questions regarding to what he's got in that bag.
What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that bag? A couple of rats, couple of nuts, damn, what's the name of the cock bag? Me and my homies. That we roll it out. What's the name of the fucking song?
I'll give you half credit on that.
Okay.
It's Roll Out. It's Roll
Out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this Wu-Tang member released an album called Bulletproof Wallets, which is a type of bag in a way. What Wu-Tang member put out an album called Bulletproof Wallets?
Oh, fuck. Bulletproof Wallet. Is it Ghostface?
It is Ghostface. Okay. Future collaborated with this artist on an album called What a Time to Be Alive that featured the song Plastic Bag.
I don't know featured songs.
All right, we're going to skip that one. All right. Our time is up. Now, listen. You did great, but that final round is a little bit of it's a pain in the ass. I will tell you that much. So let me go over the answers that you got wrong here.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu's Bag Lady shares a beat with a song produced by Dr. Dre, the Bag Lady explosive beat. De La Soul had the single called Shopping Bags. And Future collaborated with Drake on the What a Time to Be Alive album that featured Plastic Bags. So, listen, I don't want. I
guess it was Drake.
You did okay. You know, I'm going to total up your score. But while I do that, and you guys, if you have questions for Gifted Gab, drop them in here because we have a little bit of time left. My question for you, final question of the night, is who would you nominate to come on the show next? Now that you've been on the show, who's somebody that we should reach out to get on the show?
Definitely Blimes.
Yes.
That's my answer. Get Blimes and then get Jarv D.
Jarv D.
Yep.
All right.
You should probably get Nacho too. Nacho Picasso. He's a ball of like just cultured music, movie, everything knowledge. He would
All
probably
right.
do great on this show.
If you recommend him, we will go to him. So listen, I'm rounding your score up for the half point. So you got 11 out of 1, 2, 3, 11 out of 15 right. So let me tell you who you're
Horrible.
in. No,
Horrible.
Before you say that, let me tell you who else has scored 11 out of 15 with you. We're talking about Mega Ran, DJ Mr. C, Homeboy Sam Man, Lyrics Born, Diallo Riddle, Kim Osorio from The Source, Russell Peters, J Live, Recognize, DJ Mighty My. I don't want you. You're not leaving here.
I'm about to say, all right.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, that's
listen,
cool.
we aim to challenge here, and it's about the conversation. So I want you to feel good about this, no matter what.
It was fun.
You are a champion in our eyes.
Thanks.
Do you have a little time to take some questions? We've got some questions in the chat here. We've got like 9 minutes left. Okay, are you down for that?
Hell yeah.
All right, awesome. Sally Haskell asks, favorite weed strain?
Hard to say what my favorite strain is. I'm a sativa girl myself. So it's pretty hard to find sativa these days for some reason. But tough to, I don't really have a favorite strain, but yeah, I fuck with sativa hella tough. So if I could ever find any, then it's always a good time for me.
Why is sativa hard to find right now? I'm not really a smoker, so I'm not tapped into like the world of but like I feel like it wasn't that way, right? There was like
I feel like it was, at least I feel like it was always sativa up until a certain point, but I feel like sativa just doesn't grow as much as indica, and more people like indica. Like even anytime I talk to people, they'd be like, yeah, I like that heavy, you know what I'm saying, heavy feeling, like sunk in the couch. And I'm like, I don't. Like, I like to, like, I'm an active person, so I'm always like moving around and doing stuff or like creating and thinking. So like sativa just works for me, and I don't get like those jitters or like that paranoia that like most people get when they smoke like sativas or high sativas. So maybe I'm just like wired differently or something, but yeah, sativa, or like even a good hybrid, like a sativa hybrid is cool. But like I said, even then, it's out here in LA, it's hard to find. Back in Seattle, it's you know, I can move around a little better.
Yes. LA music attorney asks, what's the first concert that you went to? That's a good one.
Man, the first concert I went to, hilarious. It was actually Genuine. I was like, I had to be like 5 or 6. It was literally so
you thought Pony was literally about a pony.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Fucking before it was Safeco Field, it was the Kingdome in Seattle, in Pioneer Square. That was where the Mariners played. And we were at a baseball game. It was, you know, me, my mom, my dad, and my older brother. And, you know, the concert was like after the game, but it was like you were supposed to like leave and then, you know, obviously come back in. But like we just ended up staying. Like a few other like families spread out, like just was kind of like fuck it, and we just stayed and we watched it. And I just remember it was being the most craziest shit, because like I didn't know who this person was until he did like Pony, you know, and me as a kid, like, oh, okay, I know this song type shit.
Yeah.
But like bitches were like passing out, like they had ambulances coming in, like carrying bitches out in a stretcher, and I just did not understand what the fuck was going on. Like, why are people getting taken away? But I guess like they were just so like in awe, you know what I'm saying? Like awesome, like Michael Jackson type shit, that they were just passing out. And I'm like,
yeah, I wouldn't understand that when I was 5, and I still don't really understand when that happens now. But you know what they say though, you never forget your first Genuine baseball game. Steve Wonder asks, favorite Wu-Tang member? Favorite Wu-Tang. Do you have to say Meth? Like, are you contractually obligated to say Method Man?
Not contractually, but yes, Method Man is my favorite Wu-Tang member. I love him. He's never had a bad verse ever. Like, you can't, even some of my other favorite rappers, I can say that like there's some songs that just don't hit for me. But Meth has never had a bad verse ever. You know what I'm saying? And he's also just like I said, just hella, even before like I knew him, like you could just tell that he's down to earth. Like he's never really like cared for interviews like that. He don't like all the media shit. Like which I also relate to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even
Yeah.
remember when, I think it was like Wendy Williams, like, told like the world that his wife had cancer or something like
Yeah.
that. And I remember like super beefing about that. And like, I was beefing as if like I knew him. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, we need to jump her, because why the fuck would she do that? Like, that's fucked up. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's no, like, and then actor, he can act his ass off. He's hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what can the man not do? Like, he's like Chris Brown. Like, he's just like a quadruple threat.
Right.
So,
And also is like a beast
and he's
in the
hella
gym
fun.
now.
So.
Yeah, well, of course. No, but yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, if you watch him on Instagram now, he's also becoming like a Hulk.
Buff.
Like,
he's like buff now. It's so crazy.
It's
like,
really crazy because
bro,
again,
like,
when we did drop the mic, you know, we would see him like every day,
mm-hmm.
and you know, like it's kind of surreal when you like start to see somebody and it's just like, oh, like this is just this person that I see like all the time, and you know, he's obviously a tall guy, but like looking at these videos now, he's like, I think he's really going for that Marvel universe. Like, I think he's really trying to like get cast as a superhero.
No, he's really on his acting shit. And yeah, whatever he's doing, it's working for him. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he does next, because like everything he does, he just does it hella fucking good. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah, fucking stop, Meth. Jeez.
Right, like, chill. Can other people get jobs? Damn.
Blimes has flooded our box with at least a dozen questions, so I'm just picking the first one here. What's a non-starter when it comes to dating? I feel like this must be an inside joke between you guys, but I think the people have a right to know.
I don't even know what that means. A non-starter.
A non-starter, like a deal breaker, I think. Like, like you do that, like, nah.
Oh man. I hope that he's not watching this live. I just got to say it because I was literally just telling the homegirl this story the other day. So, went out, you know, with a friend of mine. This motherfucker doesn't like sauce. And I have to pause after I say that to let you, like, you know, conjure up sauces in your head, because you're about to be like, okay, what type of sauce? Yeah, no sauce. He didn't eat sauce.
How does one present this information? How do you organically learn this about something? Like, were you like, oh, do you want some sauce on that? Or like when he's ordering, he's just like, yeah, I'll have the spaghetti, but no sauce. No sauce.
It was actually like a food conversation. Like, you know, I'm a foodie, and I just like the experience of like going to places, you know what I'm saying? Like getting food. Like, it's even outside of just eating it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you try a place out, you know, together, you know what I'm saying? You try it, it's good, that's what's up. It's nasty, cool, we don't go back there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole experience around it. Like, it's a gamble, and I just I just love to gamble sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was saying, you know, like suggesting places to eat, thinking like he was finna be on the same page. Like, oh yeah, let's try that, let's try this. And he was just like, nah. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what do you want? And he was like, you know, like he wanted like chicken. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I know this fire ass, you know, spot in Koreatown. They got Korean fried chicken. He's like, yeah, no, I don't do all that sauce and shit. And I was like, pardon? And he was like, yeah, I don't do all that. And I'm like, okay, so then what do you eat? And then he started like naming childish ass shit off. And I'm like, okay, so you just have a childish palate. Like, you just, like, he wanted like chicken nuggets and fries and like
I don't know why
burgers.
that sounds so mean. Like that like hurt my soul when you said it. Like, oh, I guess you just have a childish palate.
I mean, because I'm like, let's get some Jamaican. I know a really good Jamaican spot. I know a really good, you know, like Escala. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking Korean, Colombian food. Like, let's try some fire shit. And like, I know some fire shit, so let me put you on. He's like, please don't put me on. This is what I eat. And furthermore, don't dip it in sauce. And I'm just like,
son. Damn, son.
Yeah, like I like a burger, no, you know what I'm saying? No ketchup and all the shit. Like, bro, what? Like, eats vegetables, don't dip them in ranch. Like, it was like, it bothered me to the point where I was like really upset about it. And I was just like,
yeah,
bro, we can't even travel or do nothing. Like, what, we gonna go to Japan and then you order like chicken nuggets and like some, like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, I can't.
Not a good look.
It upset me to my core. So I'm pretty sure that's what Blimes wanted me to talk about. She's an asshole for that.
And congrats, you got it. I think we're about to get cut off here, so I just want to say, Gifted Gab, thank you so much, Gab, for joining us. Shout out to you. Shout out to B.A.G. Make sure you guys follow her, follow B.A.G. You know, just support. Super
Indeed,
talented.
hit me up.
Yep. Peace. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Later.